When I think in entertainment and fun, when things get consistent, then they're not that much fun and they're not entertaining anymore.
What makes something fun as I'm on stage is kind of diving into the characters of things and like finding the truth of what's going on, from a character's point of view.
Having fun. We go out and have fun all the time. That's not necessarily fun to watch.
The views expressed on this podcast by myself or my guests may not represent the views of the studios that we work for. Like, I'm trying to figure out what fun is. I've so far interviewed like a bunch of people already, and I have more slated to be interviewed. It's really cool. I'm talking to people of all sorts of disciplines, and psychologists and comedians and reality show producers and pretty much anyone I can get my hands on. And I'm just trying to figure out what makes something fun and engaging and entertaining in their field, and what makes something fun at all. What is the answer? What exactly is fun? And I think finding threads from all these disciplines is, or they dismiss it and they say fun's different for everyone, so you never find the answer. And the other half don't really care because they haven't really thought about it. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about the importance of why I even had this idea to begin with of having a fun theory, a universal fun theory. I think it's important. Like if you copied the code for like a Contra or something, and you pasted it into your game, and it worked, then cool. You have a working Contra game for you. You just have to swap out the art and call it something else. But if there's a bug, if something broke, you wouldn't know how to fix it because you didn't write that code from the beginning. You don't understand how it works. You didn't create it. You don't understand from a base level why you can jump this high or where the extra lives code is or anything like that, any of the working parts. And I think it's the same way with trying to make something fun. I feel like everyone kind of gets to fun by accident, or they hope something's fun, and they don't know for sure. And that's kind of like copy-pasting stuff. We're like, well, we know basketball's fun. Let's go play basketball, or let's do this. Let's do stuff that's already fun. But if you're making something completely new and original that has nothing to do with mechanics that exist already, which is where a lot of the coolest products are, is they don't exist yet. It's hard to create something fun if you're not copying anything. And I think if you understand what makes something engaging and in a word fun from the beginning, from the very core, from something that could run across all types of disciplines and mediums, I think that you can create all kinds of really cool stuff. Because I think the reason why a lot of people are afraid to experiment and afraid to make new like IP and new games and new movies and things like that is because they don't know if it's going to be fun or not. They don't know if it's going to be entertaining or not. So it's safer to make a sequel because it worked before. But the irony is that sequels aren't that great usually, especially in movies, because you've already made all this discovery you're going to make. So it's kind of like it's almost counterintuitive that you're trying to make something fun for sure, but you're already using a formula that's been used already. I.e. all the discovery has been made. There's not much to discover. That's why I didn't like Parappa the Rapper 2, Jammerlami, because it was I already made all the discoveries in Parappa the Rapper. I love Parappa the Rapper, but that's because I discovered a bunch of new cool stuff about it, and it was really fun. But you can't just give me more of the same. I love pancakes, but if you give me 20 pancakes in a row, I'm not going to love it at the end of that. So, but I think the reason why people are scared to do new cool stuff like Parappa the Rapper is they don't trust that something will be entertaining and fun. And I think if you understood what made something fun from a very base level, from something that had nothing to do with your medium at all, just from a very universal level, that you can make anything fun, and any crazy idea you came up with, you can make it fun. And that's why I think it's important to find out what fun is, because it'll make you, in my opinion, I think it'll make you take more risks. I think it'll make you create original stuff. You don't have to use a tired formula because it works. You don't have to have that fear that, this is Ball and Jacks is already fun, let's make a different Ball and Jacks. make the ball a different color. Because you have the same tired Hackney game, and if you knew what fun was from a base level, you wouldn't have to rely on old mechanics, and you would take more risks. And that's my theory anyway. But I think that's why it's important to understand what fun is from a base level. So there could be more cooler products. You could push the limit more and not worry about being an engaging and, most importantly, a fun product. So that's kind of the reason for my journey.